Greetings and salutations. All right, things are going a little slowly here. So while I'm waiting on my computer, or my phone, I should say, to catch up, you have to bear with me with some weird camera angles today. I'm going to be performing some tasks whilst talking to you guys. Like I said, I'm having some technical malfunctions here. There we go. Let's see here. I'm inviting you now, peoples. Inviting you peoples to watch and enjoy. Yes, I am. Steve. Yeah. Killjoy. Me. 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 So anyway, as I stated, I don't care. Raise. Rick Mush, Chris Allen, Major Green, Kim Bishop, Joseph, Christian. Hey, there we go. We got viewers. Hey, how's it going, guys? Like I said, I'm just getting things started here. How do you like the hat? Ha ha ha, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Fantastic hat, if there ever was one. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I'm trying to invite some people here. Hang on, I gotta find some very specific people. Terry, invite him. Where is, let's see. What the hell? Anyway, so what's going on? I'm going to get Tony on here in a second. He's upset. He says he's got some things on his mind, and he wants to tell you people all about it. I guess so. So we'll let Tony speak his mind here. We might have a special guest tonight. Mr. Marty Genius has expressed his undying desire to join us and talk a little shit. So that's all I'm going to invite for now. Hey, everybody, Tony is here. We'll go ahead and get Tony in here. Tony. Are you in here, Tony? Like I said, there's gonna be a lot of moving around. I'm doing stuff. I'm cooking. You there, Tony?
I am.
Tony's frozen. It's a very stoic, scary image I'm getting on my phone. Just.
Am I still frozen? Now you're frozen. I don't understand.
Tony, I can.
What?
All right, I'm back. Tony, you there?
I am. Yeah. Maybe.
Crikey. All right.
Go fix.
Okay. Tony, are you there?
I am.
All right.
See me now?
My connection. Yeah, I can hear you now. My connection's sucking. Hang on.
All right. Fix your shit.
Okay. There we go.
Fix your shit.
Howdy, Scout Trotter. Howdy, Phil Redden. How y'all guys doing? How you like the hat?
How's it going over there? What are you cooking?
I'm making mushroom quesadilla for my girlfriend.
Oh, are you sweet?
I cook all the time, man. I like cooking.
I like cooking.
And no, this is not going to be cooking.
A new show. Cooking
I'm good
with
at it,
Paul.
man. That when I start the official Carl channel, perhaps that will be one of the shows. But in the
Yeah.
meantime, it's just you and me talking smack.
Yeah, well, you know.
Talking.
Okay, so do you want to hear
Let
the
me.
story that I was trying to explain? I said, fuck it, I'll just tell you about it later.
Yeah, tell me the story whilst I'll take you with me while I get ready to cook here.
Wait, you should be wearing a chess hat, not a Valkyrie hat. I'm really confused right now.
Well, you're angry and you're ready for battle, so I'm wearing my Valkyrie hat.
Huh, fair enough. I get it. Okay, so this chick posts this picture. It's Rosie the Riveter, right? And she has like Donald Trump in this weird like headlock thing, right? And
Gotcha.
I don't even remember what it says exactly. I don't really care at this point. So I commented. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, I got you. So,
this must have been right after he grabbed her by the pussy." Because, you know, that was a big thing before he was elected, was him making that statement.
I got you. I get the joke. It's a solid joke. It's a solid, smart-ass comment there, Tony.
This bitch comes back with, "Oh, well, if you support sexual abuse, bitch, they're cartoon characters." I absolutely approve of cartoon sexual abuse. Why wouldn't I?
Bugs Bunny did it all the time.
It's not even a thing. Like, what the fuck? Seriously.
Hence the Valkyrie hat. Bugs Bunny sexually assaults people all the time. Tony loves Dr. Ford. Well, I'm not. I'm fixing my shit. I'm working on shit. Hang on, man.
Did you happen to see my meme, the whole Dr. Ford Bubbles meme that I posted the other day?
No.
I did catch shit for that a little bit, by the way, by my ex, because, you know, as a person who's been through sexual assault or abuse, she did not find it funny and felt that it was in bad taste. Which I didn't disagree with her about it being in bad taste, but I'm pretty much known for having fucking bad taste as far as things like that go.
Yeah,
Really?
that's kind of that. It's like Picasso and paints. That's your medium, man.
Right, exactly. I'm all bad taste and bad decisions. Trust me. I've been doing it for 43 fucking years. I know.
I've known you for like what? We're going on 20-something years. I've known you, Tony. You've always had bad taste.
Exactly. You know, it's no different now. Look at my friend in the hat. Just saying. Scott Carter, the weirdest.
So she didn't appreciate your humor, is what you're saying.
Absolutely not. She did not. And
Well,
I told her, apparently she lacked. I told her she lacked levity, which I'm pretty sure she didn't know what that meant. Like I'm almost 100% sure she had no idea what I was talking about when I said that.
I have not suffered any sort of sexual abuse, but I have gone through some really traumatic shit. Like I said, I'm not equating it to sexual abuse, but
it's still funny.
At a certain point you have to allow a certain amount of levity. You're correct. You have to allow, or else it's just going to eat you alive like a cancer. It'll just continue to eat at you.
Yeah, exactly. So I told her, you know what?
Okay, let me.
Due to your lack of
get real for a minute, Tony. I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
So can I get real with everybody out there for a minute, Tony?
Are you gonna get really real or just kind of real?
Really real.
Oh, sure, yeah, absolutely. Please do. Please. Is this about a PSA? Because you're gonna have to say PSA before you do it.
PSA, and this is real. I'm not being a smartass. This is not a joke. This is a serious comment. All of you people out there who have suffered tragedies and traumas and untold horrors, there's something that happens when those types of things happen to you, when you go through something like that. No matter who you are, or what you do, or how much you go to counseling, you always kind of blame yourself. You always take on a certain responsibility for it happening. I shouldn't have been there. If I'd only been smarter, if I'd only known then. First thing you have to do to get over something is forgive yourself for it happening to you. And that's this chick's problem. She's not forgiven herself for that horrible, whatever everything it was that happened to her. And that's why she can't have levity.
No, it wasn't just that, Carl. No. She couldn't find the humor in two fucking fictional cartoon characters. Really, like, this was a thing. Like, she was really, like, upset about this.
So, but like I said, Tony, she can't have a sense of humor right now. She cannot have a sense of humor because she is still pissed off at herself for it happening.
And, well, like you said yourself, we've all been through bad shit. We've all experienced unspeakable horrors in our times, in our lives. It's happened. If you can't find levity in that, you will never get past it.
Well, yeah, you eventually have to. You have to eventually be able not laugh about it, but you have to.
No, you literally have to be able to laugh about it, because once you get to that point, you are past the point of it bothering you.
Well, true enough. But look, Tony, there are some things that happen in this world that you just can never get jokey about. There are just certain things that are just never going to be jokey ever.
I can't think of one.
I can think of several.
Well, please, by all means, enlighten me.
Okay. I have watched a man die in my arms. Not in my arms, but in front of me.
Yep.
There will never be a funny moment about that. However, I am at a point where I'm not going to get bent about somebody making a joke about somebody dying. Because let's face it, sometimes people die and it's funny.
Okay. Well, listen here. Let me help you with that, because I have a little quip for you about that, actually, because of the hat you are wearing. Think of your hat as angel wings. You ushered that person to the other side with your angel wings.
Yes.
That's what you did with your angelic hat that you have on right now.
Well, Valkyries weren't angels, but they were more ushering people to the other side by way of chopping their heads off.
You know, I actually watched a friend of mine that I knew from this place called, what was it called? It was right there in the Kroger Shopping Center on Powder Springs Road. Networks. So it was a bar called Networks. I actually watched the video of the owner, who I was a friend of, get his head chopped off by ISIS.
Okay, that's pretty heavy duty.
I got to hear him scream and gurgle as the dude cut his head off ruthlessly.
Well, yeah, there's ruthless shit, man. Look, there's some shit out there that it's just not funny. But look, man, when you post a picture of Rosie the Riveter with Donald Trump in a headlock, that in itself is funny. Donald Trump, okay, he's a dick. Rosie the Riveter should probably put him in a headlock. Rosie the Riveter is much more of a respectable American than Donald Trump, in my humble opinion. So, yeah, I mean, the image itself was a joke. It was levity, but apparently she took it as serious, and that's the problem with a lot of these social activist type people, man. Here I go to get off on a entire tangent and rant, but I'm like, look, man. And I've said this before, and you know I'm going to upset some fucking people, but here's the deal. Most of you social activists, you're out there thinking that you are about to destroy the walls of Jericho. You're about to bring down the mountain, and you're going to put the world on its ear and set all the wrongs of history right. You're not. You know what you're doing? The walls have already been torn down. Malcolm X, MLK, Harriet Tubman, uh,
John Reed.
Gandhi. Uh, Forgive me for not knowing more.
Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa for not knowing more women of the uh, of the of the women's rights movement. Forgive me for not knowing more heroes. Harvey Milk of the gay rights movement. You're not tearing down walls. All these people before you, they tore the walls down. You're not tearing down the walls of Jericho. It's already been done. The battle is halfway won.
I have to say something like before you continue this tangent. And that is,
Yeah.
Trace Matthews, are you going to bed?
Bert and Ernie. Bert and Ernie are now gay rights heroes.
Who didn't see that coming, just to be honest?
Yeah, I knew Sesame Street would eventually make him gay. But whatever.
I mean, it's
my point is, I'm like, look, man, you guys, while you're doing something that you should be doing, you're doing the right thing. Your efforts are noble. But you make it out like you are in the process, like you try to act like you're MLK, like you're Gandhi.
You're not.
You're not. You're the guy. I'm sorry. You're the cleanup crew. That's important. You got to pick.
You're not even that.
No, they are. They're here to look. When the Civil Rights Movement, when the Civil Rights Act was passed, when the Women's Rights Act was passed, it left rubble. It wasn't completely done. The work was not completely finished. And that's what these kids are fighting to do today, is to finish the work. And good for them. But they're not tearing the wall down. The wall's already been torn down. But they're just here to pick up the rubble. And I'm willing to help. I'm willing to help pick up the rubble. But dude, I'm not going to act all high and mighty like, oh, I changed the world, like I'm on the same level as MLK or somebody like that. No, I'm not putting myself on that same level. None of these other people should do it either.
I, in fact, Carl, and you will appreciate this, have a Carl and Tony Talk Shit exclusive, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Stranger things have happened, sort of, maybe. Not really, but whatever. So, as a lot of you know, or actually none of you know, I am actually not exactly single anymore. Yeah. I won't close the hoop exactly.
I'm aware you have a right hand and a left hand. We're all aware of that. You don't have to brag that you're dating
that's the four-way. Hello, that's the four-way.
Righty and lefty do not count as two women. I'm sorry, Tony. They just don't.
If you name one Susan and the other one Donna, yes, they do. And you put lipstick on them before you.
Who's more of a slut? Who's more of a slut?
If it leaves lipstick on my penis, it's a woman.
I bet you Donna's more of a slut, isn't she?
Yeah, Donna's dirty as fuck. That bitch is just filthy as shit. I mean,
is Donna your left or your right, Tony?
Just depends on the day, I guess.
Gotcha.
My little e-cigarette is dying, but I'm enjoying it while I can. But no,
man. Look, man, all these social right activist people, man, look, look, I'm with you, man. There's still problems. There's still things we need to fix, but they're societal problems. They're cultural problems. They're not legal issues. Like, these people are asking for laws. I'm like, what laws are we – the laws are written – right now the laws are about as even as they could possibly be. They're equal. The laws are equal. How people use the law and how people get treated under the law, well, that's not equal. But the laws, the way they're written, are equal. So there's no changing the law. It's now about changing society. So what you're protesting when you're out there protesting is you're not protesting the government. You're not protesting the laws. You're protesting other human beings and their beliefs.
Oh, no, Melissa, it's cheap lipstick too. Just FYI.
And you're asking, yeah. you're asking half of the, well, not half, but you're asking a good chunk of the society, of the country, to change the way they feel about something, to change their beliefs. So you got to chill on that shit. I mean, I'm not chill, but I'm saying you got to understand the fight you're fighting. You don't even understand what you're fighting.
But it's not even that though. It's not that they even know what they're fighting for. They're
They
just
don't.
following along like sheeple,
Yeah. Well, I
because
was
somebody
told.
told them to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Free
My
thinking has
teacher told
gone
me.
away.
My teacher told me that it's the right thing to do, and you know what? He's right. It is the right thing to do. But what you, like I said, Tony, they don't get that the battle they're trying to fight has already been won. We're just here to clean up the rubble. I wasn't there for the civil rights movement. I'm here to pick up the pieces. The civil rights movement wasn't completed.
I'm here
With,
to bitch. That's what I'm here to do. Just to be honest, I don't care about any of that stuff. It's I'm not in a position to where I feel like I need to step in and change the world. If I just have to along the way, fantastic. That's awesome.
You know what? We all have a responsibility to change the world. But you know what? We don't have to go out and march on the streets. We don't have to go out and burn down. We don't have to go out and burn down police cars and punch Nazis in the face. I mean, of course, punching Nazis in the face is rather satisfying.
That second part, yes, we do. Yes, we do.
But no, I'm not saying we don't have to. But what I'm saying is, the one thing we can't all do, and what we all are responsible for doing, is changing our little circle, our section, our chunk of the world. If we each make our chunk of the world just a teensy bit better, then the whole world will get just a teensy bit better. And then if the next person makes it a teensy bit better, that's how we're going to improve. It's going to be incremental, not exponential. People have to understand that change doesn't come in exponential ways. If you want massive change, it comes under violent action. Plain and simple.
Revolution.
Yeah, and if that's what you want, hey, you guys go out there, you take up arms, you start a war. I will pick my side accordingly, and I'm not going to tell you guys which. It's probably going to be not side A and not side B. It's probably going to be side C, and you're going to have to just be shit out of luck.
I mean, everybody that knows me knows that as far as political stands go, left, right, middle, whatever, I'm all for anarchy. I really am. Like, that's just my thing. I mean, I really, that is my thing. It always has been. Like, that's always been my stance on everything.
Anarchy. I'm not against anarchy, but I don't. Anarchy.
Think of it this way. No, think of it this way, though. Anarchy is what shakes things up. It's what gets things moving.
No, not necessarily. But my problem with anarchy, see, anarchy can only exist for a short time before another more stable governing system comes into play.
Well, that's why it's called anarchy, not war.
Well, yeah, anarchy. See, people think anarchy is complete chaos, and that's not what it is. It's just a lack of structure. Mm-hmm. But the problem is with anarchy, people are addicted to structure. Someone is going to try to impose structure. The minute you have anarchy, someone will try to impose some sort of structure.
And that will be me, and it will be called Thunderdome.
Yeah. So, yeah, Scott's done with politics, and you know what? So am I. And so,
again, I don't know how many times I've talked about Thunderdome and how I want to make this a reality and how it should be a reality. I can't figure out why it's not.
Man, well, I mean, we're close, man. I think, and I know there are legal holdups to this, and I know somebody tried to sort of kind of do it a while back, but I'm talking we do this for real, man. We make a show called Thunderdome or Grudge Match or whatever, and people can sign up. They sign waivers, and they understand that they may die. We say, you understand that you may die in the process of this event. But they pick a person, they challenge whoever the hell they want. And if they accept, if the other person accepts the challenge, we will put them in a ring. We will not provide the lethal weapons. we got to be at least that much legally responsible.
Can we at least provide like wiffle ball bats and shit? They're not
Like I
gonna
said,
get super
we
hurt.
will not provide lethal.
Funny.
Like I said, we will not provide lethal weapons. Didn't say we wouldn't provide weapons, just not lethal ones.
If you
No
can beat
guns, no knives, no bats.
Wiffle ball bat, you are my fucking hero.
Exactly, Melissa.
We don't have to,
hero at this point. We don't have to stay on topic. So anyway, yeah, man. So I think the Grudge Match show. I think, dude, you remember the movie Running Man?
Yeah, I love that.
I guess it's kind of Hunger Games too, a little bit, because I guess so, dude. Yeah, I mean, let's just
compare Running Man to the Hunger Games.
There's a little bit of similarity there, Tony.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there is.
In a fucking suit with Christmas lights on it that sang opera, and chased dude in a little car that looked like a fucking mouse. I didn't see that in the Hunger Games. Didn't see anything close.
Tony. Both of them are about a televised contest where only one person can survive, and then they become a superstar.
Okay, it's kind of close, but they didn't have,
they're not similar.
They didn't have Richard Dawson. That's all I'm saying.
It didn't have Arnold Schwarzenegger either. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. Arnold Schwarzenegger would chew up and shit out Katniss Everdeen. Sorry, he just would.
And what was the dude's name?
Oh fuck! I don't know.
Peter? Petra?
I don't know.
Penis? Something?
I don't know.
Started with a P, I think.
Something
anyway,
like that.
Regardless. But yeah, I mean.
Yeah, hey man, look, man, I'm with you, Tony. I am cheering for the apocalypse now. I'm on the side of bring on that speeding comet. I'm ready for it, man. Sweet.
According to the news tonight that I watched, we are headed there really fast now because of like climate change, and polar ice caps are melting.
Oh yeah. I didn't read the article or hear anything, but I did see the headline. Pretty much, yeah. Global warming, 12 years to destruction. Like
okay, cool. We're all gonna die anyway. Doesn't matter. We're all gonna die regardless.
Jason Statham, what does he got to do with anything?
I don't know.
Scott, what the hell is that your man crush, Scott? What the hell?
I'm gonna go with yes. I'm gonna go with a resounding yes on that.
What's the matter, Tommy? You gotta hide it from the Germans. What's the matter, Scotty? You gotta hide from the Germans. That was still Jason Statham's best role.
That's a great movie, by the way. Have you ever seen the movie Trainspotting?
Yeah.
That's a great movie also. The second one's great too.
I haven't seen the second one, but we'll see.
Second was good too. Romance.
Tony probably is watching The View, man. I bet you he's all about some Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg.
I will admit that I have seen Ellen a couple times. I have watched a couple times.
Yeah, I got you. I find myself avoiding talk shows pretty much like the plague because pretty much all of them have look, the talk shows have always had a leftward lean, and I accept that. But man, in the past decade, they have gone so far to the left on those talk shows. I can't stomach it. I can't take it.
Let me tell you right now. And this is how it came across the whole Ellen thing. And Scott, you will be shocked by this, how I was introduced to this. My redneck, gun-loving, deer-hunting father loves the Ellen Show.
She's kind of funny. She is. Ellen's not bad.
It's
She's
actually
not
not,
completely.
it's actually not a bad show, to be honest. Like it's, I mean, I've seen the way. I'm not gonna watch like The Talk or The View or
You know what this tells me, Tony? This tells me you need a job. when you're
I got a
when
job
you
off
when
actually,
you
and it's kind of funny.
when you're a grown man, heavy metal guy, and you're critiquing Ellen, you need something to do with your day.
No, well, let me just tell you about my job offer I got this week. It's very interesting, and it's very out of the norm, I guess.
Fluffer and gay porn pays well.
I mean, there's that, but that kind of is like wrong compared to what I'm about to say. And that's working at a daycare.
Okay, two totally different things. But
Yeah, you went in a whole wrong direction with that from where I was going. Yeah. No, but I got a job offer to work at a daycare. She said that she would hire me on the spot. It's the daycare my granddaughter goes to. I'm
okay.
like, okay, fair enough. I may actually do it. I don't know. You're absolutely right.
I agree. I agree, Scott.
I don't challenge the man one bit. I just sit next to him and watch it and whatever, you know. Hey, if my dad can watch it, I can watch it straight up. I mean, that's the damn truth. If that man can sit through Ellen and like it, so can I. This is the same man who also every day, mind you, DVRs Days of Our Lives in case he misses it, because he loves that show.
When I was in my late teens, I used to skip school a lot, and I would watch Days of Our Lives with my grandma. And
That's my mom.
I got a little caught up in Days of Our Lives. I was all tied up on Bo and Hope and whether Roman and Marlena was brainwashed like 3 times.
And the dude named Patch that was on there.
Patch was always there, man. You know,
Still on there, mind you, but he's now called Steve. He's not Patch anymore. He has a bionic eye that he can see out of now. He doesn't wear patch.
Oh yeah, well, Patch's real name was Steve.
Well, he's just Steve now. He's not Patch anymore.
I don't like people calling me Patch anymore. That reminds me of the old me, and that's not me anymore because I've changed.
Yeah, I'm a new man. I'm a brand new man.
I had some more lighthearted topics I wanted to talk about.
Bunnies, fucking puppies, kittens, fucking.
Well, puppies and kittens are always nice, but you know, my puppy's acting crazy right now.
Where's one?
I don't know. Watson.
Where's the third member of our cast?
I don't know. Oh, hey, Marty, are you here? Marty, anywhere? You said you wanted to pop on.
Mr.
Marty
G,
Genius.
are you in the building?
He said he wanted to pop on and he wanted to talk shit for a while.
Well, he's prepping for Hurricane Michael Myers, apparently.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Michael is coming.
Right? I mean, it is October. That does make sense. Hello, Watson. Hello, Watson. Hello. Hello, Mr. Watson. How are you?
I'm going to film something with him on the green screen soon.
Welcome to the show.
Oh, Watson's been very sad. I've been busy, really busy all weekend, so Watson's been really sad and needy.
It happens. It really does.
I had a big ass yard sale this weekend, and I was outside all day.
You sold your drones for like $5. I saw that.
No, the drone was for sale for $40, but nobody bought it.
Oh.
Man, I live in like Lilburn. I've discovered Lilburn is the Mableton of Gwinnett. I fucked around and found the Mableton of Gwinnett. That's what I did. So I thought, I'll show you Mableton. I'm going to move to Gwinnett County. No, moved right back into a new Mableton.
Hiram is the Mableton of Paulding County.
Yeah, I think every county has a Mableton, but none will ever surpass the original.
No. It's very true. No, none likes to be Mabel Town.
Yeah.
Like none, but they still have their like Mableton like ambiance about them that
Yeah,
makes
there's
them.
definitely a tinge of Mableton in every county.
Yeah,
But,
I found it here, and like straight up, like I'm like, whoa.
I mean,
But
it's even down to like, I swear to God, the trains over here come at the same time of night as they do in Mableton. So I swear to God.
it's like 11:45 and like
Yeah,
o'clock in the afternoon.
yeah, exactly. Like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, there's a train. 11 o'clock at night, there's a train. I bet you if I
Yep.
walk outside right now, there's a fucking train.
Well, out where I live, we don't have trains. Not the proverbial kind, anyway.
I was gonna see what my girlfriend thought about my cooking, but she disappeared. She's hiding from the camera.
Try throw it up, probably.
She doesn't like the camera, so she hides. I don't blame her.
Oh, well, some people don't.
Okay.
I mean, it's the way it is.
She's.
I hear her.
So, what did you think of the quesadilla?
I think it was awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff,
No
right?
No mas quesadilla.
Well, I tried something new. I got to be Mr. Healthy, so I can't do a lot of. So I don't do too much meats and stuff. But
Or
something
cocaine.
different. Huh?
Or cocaine. Yeah, that's probably bad too.
Yeah, cocaine not good for the heart.
Or is it? I can't remember.
I'm gonna go with no, and I don't have the money for cocaine anyway, so so unless I start selling cocaine, then I can't afford cocaine.
Well, of course, there has to be a give and a take there. You have to make just enough to cover your own habit.
Yeah, but see, if you're
That's the
dealing,
politics of dope dealing.
yeah, see, if you're dealing coke, you shouldn't be doing coke because you're just going to eventually get into your own supply, and you're going to eventually.
So, would you say don't get high off your own supply?
Yes, I
Would you say
would.
that?
I would say that, Tony. I would say that sounds very familiar. I've heard that somewhere before.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that
almost like I might have lived by that mantra for a short period of time. I'm not sure, but I'd have to. I don't know. My memory's foggy.
Well, I'll tell you where it comes from. I know the origin of said sentence. It is "Dope Man" by NWA. You're from Ableton. You should know this.
Dope man.
That you do know it. See, all I had to say was Mableton. You're like, oh yeah, I remember that. Shit. Yeah, it happens. I'm
old school, Tony. I still am, and I'm more of a fan of Curtis Mayfield, Pusher Man.
Yeah. See, that's old school. Like,
yeah, but it's just
that's like rapping Duke old school.
Dude, but you know what, man? You don't get much cooler than Curtis Mayfield, man. You don't. You Pusher Man.
Isn't that 50 Cent's real name?
It's Curtis. I can't remember his last name, but Curtis something. Yeah. So, yeah, Michael's coming. Hurricane Central should be interesting. Whereas it stands, it's supposed to come right over Atlanta. So
get your milk and bread.
Everyone's going to be freaking out. Well, that's for snow. Is milk and bread the same thing for hurricanes as it is for blizzards?
I don't know. It's probably just a good sound device to get milk and bread just to have in case you want a sandwich. I don't know, and just some cereal. I don't know. But like, what happens when it snows? It literally when it snows here, there's snow on the ground for like 2 days. If you don't already have enough food in your house to last you 2 fucking days, well, you're dope.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I got enough. Little thing. Well, here's a little lesson for you, kids. If you have water, salt, flour, and any kind of fat, any kind. It can be anything. Bacon grease, butter, lard, mayonnaise, anything with any amount of fat. You can make a simple bread. It's called hardtack, just like they used to eat way back in the 1800s with Lewis and Clark. It tastes like shit, but it lasts forever. It does not go bad.
Well, that's like Ezekiel bread. Have you ever heard of that?
I've heard of Ezekiel bread. I've never tried to make it or had it.
It's made with like dirt and sticks. I'm not really sure of the recipe, but I'm pretty sure it contains dirt and sticks and other weird shit that you find in the yard.
Scott's going to be out on Altoona during the hurricane trying to catch a couple whoppers. Or are you more of a Lanier? Scott, are you more of an Altoona man or a Lanier man?
He's an Altoona man. I know this for a fact.
Altoona?
I know this for a fact. He's an Altoona man.
Is that purely out of proximity, or is that just the fishing's better there?
Well, he lives in Marietta, so yes, proximity, of course. I mean, it takes him literally 15, 20 minutes to get there. Yeah, that just makes sense. That just makes good sense. I mean,
right.
If you want to catch fish, you don't go to Altoona because there's like 7 in the whole lake. I mean, really, they are. There's like 7, and they're all gangly and gross. But I mean, whatever. That's what you want. That's what you're after.
So what you're telling me is there are 7 fish in the entirety of Lake Altoona.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So,
there
so,
are 7.
So what you're saying is catch and release is very important at Lake Altoona.
Well, you're not going to eat these fish, I promise. If you do, you're probably going to die.
Hey, man, I've eaten Altoona fish before when I was a kid. It's been a long time, but we used to catch crappie up there, and I ate the crappie. I ate the crap out of the crappie.
Really? Like, really? Like,
yeah, really, Tony.
There's literally no meat on fucking crappie, first of all. Like, there's literally no meat. Like, you can't even fillet crappie.
It was mostly bones, but I was a kid, and my dad was cheap and poor, so that's what we ate. I caught the fish.
Literally, you literally have to cook it whole because you can't fillet it. It's impossible. There's not a possibility to fillet that shit.
We caught big crappie, so there was something there. Maybe you just caught crappie.
It was a meal.
Maybe you've been eating crappie your whole life there, Tony. Maybe that's your problem. Maybe you haven't been getting.
There may in fact be some.
Maybe you haven't been catching the cream of the crappie.
To be perfectly honest, in 43 years, I have actually never eaten crappie ever.
Well, you're missing out.
No, I don't feel like I am at all.
Here's the deal. You can fish on the Chattahoochee, but it must be north of South Atlanta Road. North of South Atlanta Road, the river is fine.
Hey, but at least I caught something, Scott, you bitch.
Because South Atlanta Road is where the sewage treatment plant is, and that's where it gets shitty. Pun intended.
Murky.
Yeah. North of that, the river's actually pretty fucking clean and nice, actually. Like, you get up to North Georgia.
You will catch fish stuffed with their own peanuts.
Dude, we have an amazing trout population in the Chattahoochee. Trout fishing in the Chattahoochee is considered some of the best in the country.
Actually, but to trout fish, you really have to go north, like Helen, that way.
Dude. Every Saturday night when I'm driving home from work, I listen to 95.5 because my radio pretty much stays on 95.5 because I like to listen to traffic and whatever.
Because you like to hear people talk.
Yeah, I'm sick of the radio. The radio sucks. I can only hear AC/DC so many fucking times.
Oh, there's no radio stations in it. I pay for Pandora every month because the radio is so terrible.
Anyway, so I digress. Anyway, but so I'll listen to talk radio on WSB at like 4 a.m. There is a hunting and fishing show. And hey, Alicia. But anyway, they have fishing guides who come on every week, and they talk about how's the fishing. And Scott Carter, you might want to catch the show. It's called O'Neill Outside comes on at 4 a.m. and everything's okay, but still, there's fishing inside the city that's decent, and they'll tell you can catch trout, but you got to there you catch Chattahoochee, and you can do it. You just got to find it. So that being said, hi Aaliyah, I saw you on pop on here a while ago. I don't know if you already left. You might have said, "What's the fuck with these maniacs?" Aaliyah, I never know how to pronounce your last name, and I don't want to try it. What's that?
Didn't she die in a plane crash?
No, not different Aaliyah. Aaliyah Gohoshe, I'm going to say Gohoshe. She's the local. Anyway, if you're still on here, Aaliyah, she's a comedian. She's a local comedian. You guys should go check her out. She's pretty funny.
Okay, she's pretty funny, or she's actually funny? Because she's pretty
funny.
I'm not.
Night, Melissa Talbot.
Night, Melissa.
But anyway, Aaliyah, if you're still here, people go check out Aaliyah. Find her Facebook page through my page and go check her out. She's funny, and you know, she's a good egg.
But there's nothing funny about satire. Remember that.
Well, you know, look, Aaliyah is actually she from what I've seen her post, she's pretty left wing. She might get a little pissy. I know she's a pretty strong feminist. So she might get a little pissy about your comments too, but I think she would at least see the humor in what you were saying. So
I'm wearing my Dogfish Head Brewing shirt. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, what's up?
I don't know what that means.
They're a craft brewing company actually that we distribute for at my old job, and they make us wear their shit. I don't know. That's why I have the shirt. That's why I have Tito's vodka shirts in my closet. That's why I have Creature Comfort shirts in my closet, and I have fucking. There's another one. I can see the dude. Independent. No, that's just what it says on it. I don't know. Anyway, there's another one.
Really, I did not know that, Scott Carter. That's something I've never heard before. I've never heard of anything on the river that far north.
So just go to LJ where the water is freezing fucking cold and trout fish, because there's no water treatment plants above that. I assure you, they still use outhouses up there.
So yes, okay. So we talked about the hurricane coming. There's a hurricane coming. Whatever.
Oh yeah. There's also, speaking on the subject of Michael Myers, there is actually a new Halloween movie coming out that I'm actually excited to see.
Jamie Lee Curtis is making a comeback
because it stayed with the original, like, series of movies. Like, you know, Rob Zombie made 2 of them, and you know that was great. But whatever. But
he tried to reboot the series, though, right?
He tried, but it didn't work out.
Yeah,
this is actually a true sequel to like the 1976 Halloween from John Carpenter.
Yeah, see now, Halloween has always perplexed me, man, because they went so crazy. Because you had Halloween 1, great movie, amazing movie, classic, and then Halloween 2 had nothing really to do with Halloween 1.
No, it did. It was Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, that had nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, okay, 3 was when they went batshit. Yeah, like the Halloween mask and shit.
Ate your face.
Yeah, and then what happened in 4? Wasn't there a 4th one?
I think that was the Curse of Michael Myers. I think it was.
Okay. Oh, that was the copycat Michael Myers.
Yes, that was the not for real Michael Myers. Until the end of the movie at the end of the movie it was the for real Michael Myers. But then like at the first part of the movie it was copycat.
Gotcha.
Killed by the real Michael Myers or some shit.
Gotcha.
Been a long time.
Yeah, and they just muddied up the whole thing. See, that was a great thing about Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. They just stuck with the story, man. Even though the story was played out, they just kept on. I mean, you know, and I don't know. They kind of, on one hand, I like the angle. Speaking of Nightmare on Elm Street, the the dream worms. You remember those guys?
Oh, the little floaty fucking
The little floating demon
yeah.
worms. Now, on one hand, I like the idea of the floaty demon worms. The
Those were
dream.
from Freddy's Dead. Actually, those weren't actually. Those were from like the last one, like Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare, which actually turned out to not be the final nightmare.
Yeah.
As I found out, but who am I arguing with here? It was great.
But see, here's the thing: they stuck with the story up until that point, and then they decided to throw in the really weird dream worms, and I'm like, okay, that's an odd twist, and it's corny. But now, if they had done like he worshipped like a dream demon, I'd have been okay with that. It's like, okay, he got the reason Freddy can do this. It's because he pulled some like Chucky shit and worshipped like a dream demon, and that's how he has his powers. Is he became the dream demon? That'd been cool. I could, but they fucked it up with the worms. It's like, why dream worms?
The 3 floating worms.
Yeah, that was just the stupidest twist. And then like Jason, they fucked him up by taking him to outer space. All right, Scott, go catch a fish and whatever.
Bang your cousin or whatever it is you do.
A woman had a vagina made out of tilapia skin.
That's fantastic. That's not even real fish. Like that's not even like a natural fish. That is a man-made fucking fish.
Well, so are fucking pit bulls. Pit bulls are man-made. So are fucking chows and chihuahuas and poodles.
But we don't eat them. People actually eat tilapia. What is Andy trying to say? I read a damn thing on here about it and really what? Okay, I mentioned the word levity earlier. I'm gonna need to break out a new word called brevity. Okay, Andy, it's the proper use of words in a sentence.
I have no brevity.
No, you do not have brevity whatsoever. But I'm just saying though, because like,
well, send us that link there, Andy. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I'll read it, whatever it is. I like to read things now. I'm trying to expand my knowledge on the universe and the world.
We don't have newspapers anymore, so we have to read things online now. It's what happens when you get old.
I never read newspapers anyway when I was a kid. Just as I started to get into newspapers, the internet came along, so.
Fucked it all up. Like, you get instant news now.
Yeah.
It doesn't even wait. Like, boom, it's happening right now. Look, watch.
Oh, she's talking about Freddy Krueger. Okay. Okay.
Freddy Krueger.
And, she's typing fast. She's trying to type and keep up with what we're saying.
I thought that was an autocorrect. I'll give her that.
Yeah. So anyway, so there was that one. What's some other horror movies they fucked up?
Speaking of Child's Play.
Child's Play. They fucked up Child's Play. The first one was good. The second was pretty decent. Then I think
third one. And then they continued with like Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, The Curse. They had a new one. It was called The Cult of Chucky. Which
yeah.
There were 9 of them, and they were all like alive somehow. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, they just really just dicked that one right up.
I didn't watch anything past 2, so I kind of got burnt out on horror films around that time period after like Chucky 2 came out. I was really losing because I'm sorry, man, but most of the horror movies had the same tricks, and they're starting to get that way again. There was a little bit of a period where it's like, oh wow, horror movies have kind of upped their game, and I'm going to get back into them.
Yeah, not anymore.
But now it's like, it's okay. How is this person? The new thing is possession. That's the new thing, possession. It's like, okay. It's like, okay, let's see how this person is somehow possessed by the devil. Okay, yay! Power price.
Conjuring 1 through 7 and all the offshoots of that, which is like Annabelle and fucking. There were some other ones too, and
Insidious or something. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
The first Insidious was good though. I like the first Insidious. That creeped the shit out of me.
but
I'll admit.
they had to keep going with it. They had to
Yeah.
keep going.
You see, that's the thing. That's a problem with Hollywood, man. They need to learn how to make good standalone films again. You can't just make everything up. You can't write everything with a trilogy in mind. Make one great movie, and write it in a way that you could build on it and make it a trilogy. But don't write it to be a trilogy.
Right, yeah. Leave no cliffhangers at the end because I don't want that. I didn't
Yeah,
set you up to wonder at the end what the fuck's going to happen next.
For example, and look, man, look, and also, by the way, if anybody out there is like 6 degrees of separation from Sylvester Stallone, look, Sylvester, I love you, bro. You're my
Stop.
hero, man. I wanted to be both Rambo and Rocky when I was a kid. Okay, I did.
Just stop.
But, but, and the last Rambo movie was fucking impressive, dude. It was. I was impressed. But you can't keep making Rambo movies, dude. You're 70 years old, bro.
No, see, you went in a direction I didn't think you were going to go in. I was going to say stop making Rocky movies.
No, stop. Rocky movies, yes. Stop with that. I did not watch Creed, but I'm not a Michael B. Jordan fan. I don't know what it is about that dude. He just bugs me, man.
Well, you didn't miss anything, really. Like, well, there's another one coming out now.
Yeah, Creed 2 is about to come out. So
You had about your book. Please call me after. Okay. I don't know. I will call you. No, Rocky is old. Rocky is now Mickey. That's what happened.
You gotta catch the chicken, Rock. Ah,
He's a
if you can
bum.
catch the chicken, you can win the fight.
He's a bum, Rock.
they need to reanimate Burgess Meredith, man. Burgess Meredith was the shit.
No, if they reanimate Burgess Meredith, they need to reanimate him as the Penguin.
Yeah. Yeah. And the guy from Grumpier Old Men.
Walter Matthau?
Burgess Meredith was in Grumpy Old Men too.
Oh, was he? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
he was. Yeah,
He,
he was.
he was one of he was Walter Matthau's dad.
Yeah.
Looks like he's taking old One Eye to the optometrist.
Remember all those jokes he would do at the end of the movie?
Yeah.
Those are fucking great.
I'm from a little island called Like a Licky Dicky.
Kind of want to lay ya.
But
Those are
there
great.
that have passed on now that can never be replaced. Like, can't be. Like, just, it's impossible. There's no way.
You know
Like,
who?
Burgess Meredith is one of them.
You know who I wish had made a little bit of a comeback in his older years, but he didn't? Bob Hope.
He did a little.
Well, no, but I wish he would have started showing up in movies.
Well, he
Like,
started showing up in The Big Bang Theory a lot.
no, that's Bob Newhart. Bob
yeah.
Hope.
Oh, you're talking about Bob Hope. Yeah, okay. He was busy doing overseas, like, UF.
Yeah. But I wish you, man. Because look, I tell people about Bob Hope in his early years. You know, when he was young,
Mm-hmm.
and dude, he was a funny fucking guy, dude. He was a true entertainer, and people just don't see that anymore. Like Donald Glover, I'll give him credit, man. Donald is a talented guy, dude. You know, I don't like everything he does, but I see the talent behind it.
You
I
know
definitely-
who's super talented? Super talented, really? Jackie Gleason.
Oh yeah, he was super talented, incredibly racist, but super talented.
Well, I mean, he came up in a time when racism was, the thing.
Yeah, true, but still.
Kind of like being offended by everything is the new norm.
Yeah, but no, I wish Bob Hope would have made a comeback. I wish they would have started bringing him into like because I forgot when Bob Hope died. I think it was like the late '90s, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's been a long time.
I wish they could have. I wish the younger generation would have gotten a little taste of Bob Hope. You
And
know,
George Burns.
George Burns had a little bit of a return there with his Oh God movies and all that, but I wish he could have stuck around a little bit
Great.
longer.
Those were great movies. Except for
Yeah.
I think one had Richard Marx in it. I think, but whatever. I think Richard Marx played like the main character of the movie, or somebody that looked like him.
The guy who played. Oh no! There's a guy that looked like Richard Marx, and he kind of played a Richard Marx type character.
Well, they had the same hair. I know that.
But anyway, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, the guy, yeah. Anyway, that was Oh God, You Devil.
Ah, okay. Because there was Oh God, You Devil and Oh God, You Devil Book 2.
Yeah, I think that was book 2.
They were both great. I liked them both. I enjoyed both of them. So I didn't care. It's kind of like that weird football movie they made where the guy came back and he was an angel.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. That was who was the actor in that?
Dude.
Tom Berenger.
No, it was not Tom Berenger. No.
Really?
I could see his face, but I can't remember his name. He was in Hairspray. The original one, like 150 years ago. He's been in a million different things. Like, if I said his name, you'd be like, oh, yeah, that guy. One of those kind of people, but I can't remember what his name is. Somebody Google that real quick. Who was the guy in, I can't remember the movie, so it's not doing good.
I know the movie you're talking about. I really want to say it's Tom Berenger, man.
It's not Tom Berenger, because I am a fan of Tom Berenger, especially the sniper.
I know he played a movie where he was a football guy, and I swear he died and came back.
No, this was before Tom Berenger. This was like before the Tom Berenger times.
You know, Tom Berenger's been an actor for a very long time.
Well, I get that, because The Substitute were great movies, and Sniper were great movies. And
dude. I'm talking back in what I'm talking about was in the 70s. Tom Berenger was an actor in the 70s, dude.
No, but this guy that I'm thinking about, I can't remember his damn name. He was super popular though. I think he married Farrah Fawcett. I think once upon a time. I can't remember his name. Currently, are you near your computer?
Yeah, I am. I got to turn it on there.
Okay, Google. What is the name of that movie?
Not Heaven Can Wait.
I think it actually is Heaven Can Wait. I think you're absolutely correct on that. It is Heaven Can Wait. Because he plays a football player that dies and goes to heaven, and he's an angel, and he comes back down, and all that shit.
I'm telling you, I'm 90% sure that's Tom Berenger.
I'm 100% sure you're wrong.
Anywho, so yeah, guys, so I'm still working on getting the Big Bad Show up. Don't know exactly how I'm gonna work it, but if I get it all up and running, that green screen back there is going to eventually come into play, and it's going to be really cool.
Eventually, get funding, and we'll get better shit.
If you guys ever have topics or questions or things you want me and Tony to talk about or go research, dudes, private message me, myself, or Tony. And people, please share these videos and invite your friends to come watch and say, hey, you got to watch these two idiots talk. You got to help us out here. We're trying to grow an audience here. I'm trying to turn this into a real thing.
Warren Beatty, that's who it was. Told you were wrong.
But Tom Berenger played a very similar role.
Well, but the one I'm talking about is Warren Beatty.
Anyway,
I thought about Dick Tracy. He was in that too.
That was not a great movie.
No, that was not a great movie at all.
It could have been. It could have been an amazing movie, but
No, it really couldn't. It went along kind of along the vein of Batman and Robin. They tried to put too many bad guys in it, and it just muddled it all up. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
well,
you had
and
you had fucking. Oh my god, there was literally like 10 bad guys in Dick Tracy.
but yeah, they weren't trying to universe build back then. Now, if they did that movie today, they'd try to build a universe. They'd make it grittier, which I kind of think they should do. That would be actually kind of awesome.
Well, they kind of did that with that movie, The Watchmen. Did you see
Well,
that?
yeah, and they're making a series out of that.
I hope so, because that was actually a good movie. Like I watched that movie again the other day.
It's a great comic. You should read it once sometime, Tony.
I love comic books. I'd love to read that.
It's one of those short run comic books. It's like I think there's like 6 books or something like that.
Are they comic books or like graphic novels?
Graphic novels.
Okay, all right, yes, that'd be a good long read. But it'd be worth reading, I think. I like reading stuff. Oh yeah, let's talk about the remake of the Ghostbusters. Good call, Andy. Let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about that whole thing that they're doing with that, like changing, like entire cast to like
See,
Steel Magnolias. They're remaking Steel Magnolias with black women.
here's my thing, man.
This has happened. They remade About Last Night with black people, which I have no issue with black people. I don't really care.
Yeah,
But it's the whole point of taking something that's already been done and recasting it racially specific or genderly specific, like Ghostbusters.
yeah. See, and that's my thing. And you know what? I mean, hey, I'm just a white guy with white privilege. What do I know? But to me that seems racist.
It's I wouldn't call it so much racist as I would call it race baiting, because they know it's going to actually cause stir. It's going to. I mean, you take a movie like Fried Green Tomatoes and you recast it with an all-black cast. That would be like us taking Root and recasting it with all white people.
Yeah, exactly. Like we made Friday with you and me.
Right? Yeah. Not gonna work. Sorry.
Like you play Ice Cube and I play Smokey. That's just.
Yeah,
hey, you're not on your day off, Craig.
Bye, Felicia.
But yeah, dude. I mean, and what's funny about that is, there's this whole thing going on with the cultural appropriation argument. I'm like, well, wouldn't that qualify as cultural appropriation? And you can't start saying what's good for the goose is good for the gander. It's like, look, if something is bad, then it's bad. It's bad for everyone to do it. You can't say, oh, well, we get to do it because white people have been doing it forever. No. If white people shouldn't be doing it, then black people shouldn't be doing it either.
No one should be doing it. No one.
Yeah, exactly. If it's something that somebody shouldn't be doing, then no one should be doing it.
That is absolutely correct. Oh yeah, I'm gonna reach out to Andy here real quick and say something, because she said something about calling her after this about my book. I have decided today I'm going to remaster my first book and take out some things and add the new stuff to my old book and republish an entirely new book.
Okay.
With content.
No. As your manager, I give you my professional advice on that. What you do is you offer a re-edited second edition.
Revised edition.
A revised edition. And yes. And you add a few new things, take out a couple of old things, revised edition. Yes. That's how you do that.
There were some things in the old one that I wasn't really happy about. And, like the dedication page needs to go. In the back, there were the Craigslist things that I did as part of the book. They got to go. I'm not happy with that. Instead, of replace those with actual shit that I've written. Which at this point I may have written enough to probably just put out another one. Probably. I don't know. Good job, Carl. Kudos to you, sir. So I don't know. I got to get with Glacia on illustrating the children's book, which I am a fan of, but I would like to change. There are some things I do want to change in that also, because I'm just been thinking a lot about that too. But so we need to go over that again, and because there's like parts of it that I want to change that I'm not real happy about.
Well, what I need you to do, Tony, is, and I mean, I know it's a pain, but I need you to drive out to me one Sunday, and we need to sit down and just spend a good 7 to 8 hours going through crap and working on stuff.
But now I can do that. Like that's not really an issue. I mean, because I can leave the baby with mom and just drive to your house. And on a Sunday, get to your house from my house is like 45 minutes probably.
That's a good haul, then.
I mean, it's not really an issue, though. I mean, it's not that bad. Just
Gotcha.
get on 285 and go around. Then hit 85 and I'm at your house. So it's really not bad.
Oh, okay. I just noticed somebody accepted a friend request on Facebook, and I'm like, dude, I sent you a friend request like a year ago.
Anybody know?
No, you don't know.
Oh, fair enough. I do that too sometimes, and I'll be like, who the fuck is this and what? Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
Anyway, back on topic. But yeah, man, look, I got no problem with them recasting movies, but if it's like, hey, we have, it's like if you're going to recast Steel Magnolias, like, it has to be a completely different story. It has to be something that makes recasting it legitimate. If you just, we're going to remake the movie shot for shot, line for line. We're just going to, and please don't fucking freak out for me saying it this way, because this is the best way I know how to say this, friends. But if they're just going to remake it shot for shot and line for line and just black it up, just we're gonna have her say the line Sally Fields would say, just the way a black Sally Fields would say them. Don't do that. That's wrong. That's just wrong.
Okay, Andy said we skipped over her, and I'm reading back to see. I'm working on help get a book deal. For who?
You're getting Tyra Banks to help you with it.
But a book deal for who? For me?
Well, Andy, I don't know you very well, and I don't want to insult you, but if your typing skills on here are any indication.
Freddy Cougar is coming to your house to kill you.
Freddy Cougar is going to come get me.
Don't fall asleep.
I'm sorry, Andy. Fair warning to anyone who is new to this and watching us. Everyone is fair game.
Don't fall asleep.
No one is safe from Tony and I potentially roasting you for something you say or do.
1, 2, the Cougar's coming for you. 3, 4, you can't spell worth a shit.
3, 4, Cougar's not a 4-door.
Hey. 5, 6, you better pick up some chicks. 7, 8, lesbians are okay.
Anyway, we're going to. I think it's about time to wrap this up, Tony. We're getting late, and
Yeah.
all that jazz.
Wait, I have to show you this before I go, because my sometimes special co-host over here. Here.
What the hell happened to Marty? Marty, are you on here? Did you ever show up?
He never came on.
What the hell, Marty? You asked for me to chime you in and tag you in, but you never showed up.
See, this is what we should be doing right here.
Watching your granddaughter sleep? That's creepy.
Or no, sleeping probably.
Uh,
See how soundly she is asleep right now? Like, this is nuts. I mean, I'll have to transfer her to her bed eventually, but as for now,
Well, get away from her, you ass. Don't wake her up.
I'm not. I moved. What do you want? I'm not. But yeah, like that's genuinely in our old age. That's what we should be doing, but we're not. We're not ever. That's not what we do.
I took an extra day off work this week to do this yard sale and work on the house a little bit, and I got some extra sleep. And let me tell you, man, it felt miraculous, even though I could use more.
Well, you
Oh
know,
my
they
God.
say the most creative, ingenious people stay up late at night and are messy and, unorganized.
Swear a
We fit that,
lot.
we fit that mold very well. I mean, so does that make us
Oh,
genius?
I check a lot of the boxes for a genius. I just don't have a lot of the results.
True story. So, Andy, let's talk about this book deal. Like, we got off on the whole Freddie thing, and you made me
Well, I'm
sing this.
leaving. So, and if I leave, you're leaving too because I'm running the feed here.
Well, you're not leaving yet. Come sit there because I'm asking questions. I got questions. You talked about a book deal. What is the book deal about? Elaborate. Why am I blind now? Like, why are you blinding me? Like, what is going on right now? Am I being hypnotized into something? Like,
No, now you are.
oh, spooky. He's so spooky. Hello, spooky skeleton. I love you, spooky skeleton. Does it make noise? Does it make noise or anything? You know what, dude? I have a skull on my shelf in the bedroom whose jaw moves like that. We're gonna do an entire show with our skeleton heads and doing the jaw movements for us as we talk.
Shut up, Tony.
That's gonna be a Carl and Tony talk shit special.
All right. Halloween is on a Wednesday, so.
Well, we're gonna do it on Monday.
Wednesday, doofus.
We're gonna do it on Monday though. We're gonna do it on Monday, and it's gonna be a Halloween special.
Very good.
Hey, can we get off the political topic again here?
I thought you were going. What happened, Mr. Bedtime?
Well, you insisted I stick around, so we're doing an extended version of Carl and Tony tonight.
Fair enough. Let's do it.
All right. Okay. I got to try to organize my thoughts here because I want to try to be as clear about this as possible. Hey, Brendan, you chimed in just in time for me to go on a political rant. Okay, here's the thing, people. I'm going to talk about Brett Kavanaugh for a second because I'm sick of seeing it on the fucking news. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the dealio. Okay, so the pony bankrupt thing is something. It's complicated, but trust me, we're going to be all right for a while. We're going to be around a while.
It'll get figured out over time.
Brett Kavanaugh. So here's the thing, guys. People are trying to say this whole thing about you got to believe the victims. And you know what? You're right. I do believe victims. I've known, unfortunately, too many women who have been the victim of sexual assault and sexual harassment and other things. And I do believe the victims. But here's the thing, and this has always been the problem with sexual harassment and sexual assault in this country, okay? The problem is it usually happens where there are no witnesses. And the sad part about that is that if there are no witnesses, it's hard to corroborate. It becomes a he said, she said. Now, the reason we send people to prison nowadays for rape is because we have DNA evidence. There are obvious signs of assault, and there's bruises, and there's torn clothing, and things like that. There's physical evidence. But when you're talking 30, 40 years down the road, and it's just a woman's word against a guy's word, and look, I believe something horrible happened to this woman. I do. But here's the thing, and I'm going to say this as clearly as I possibly can. I believe in justice, and I believe in justice for Christina Blasey Ford. But I believe in justice so strongly that I am not willing to do a second injustice against Brett Kavanaugh in order to get some semblance of justice for Christina Blasey Ford. To use her accusations against him to keep him off the Supreme Court or to destroy his life or make him a pariah, that is as criminal as anything he's been accused of. You cannot, the reason our court system works the way it does is to prevent two crimes from being committed. Now look, Alyssa Milano made this fucking stupid ass statement about only 2% to 8% of claims are false. Okay, between 2 and 8%, that's kind of a vague jump. And secondly, here's the thing. As hard as it is to prove rape happened, it's equally as hard to disprove the accusation. If a girl comes along and says, this guy raped me, and everyone believes her, how hard is it for this guy to prove you didn't do something when there's no evidence of not doing it? Like, let's say I'm at a party with a girl, and there's a certain period of time where nobody sees her, nobody sees me. But let's say I'm in the bushes taking a piss, and she's in the back smoking a joint, but nobody sees either one of us. She could come back and say, hey, Carl raped me, and I can't defend myself. I'm like, no, I was taking a piss in the bushes. Well, did anybody see you take a piss? No, nobody saw me. Well, nobody saw her either, and she said you raped her. There's no way for me to prove I didn't rape her. And so that's the thing. Even though they say only 2% of these accusations are false, that's because you could only, the burden of proof has to go both ways. You have to both prove it happened or prove it didn't. So, but in our court of law, if you can't prove it happened, then we can't convict a guy or anyone for any crime. And I'm sorry, that's just the way it is, man. You people out there, you got to get over it. I'm sorry, and I'm sorry what happened to this lady happened to her, but dude, you're destroying this fucking guy's life based on unprovable fucking hearsay.
Well,
And
let's give you my side and tell you why I don't believe her, and why I think that she was put up to this by the Soros of the world.
Before you go, I just want to clarify. I believe something happened to her. I don't necessarily believe he did it, but something happened to her. I believe something happened to her.
I believe this is a George Soros, Hillary Clinton, conspiracy kind of thing. And this is why I feel that way. Because had that been the actual case and she came out and, said what she said, then why on earth, after it didn't work and it didn't ruin his, acceptance into the Supreme Court, why on earth did she at that point proceed to not press charges? Because
they did the damage they wanted to do.
Wait,
they didn't have 100% success rate, but they did a whole lot of damage. And now if they do win the midterms, they can go after him and try to pull him off the court.
Okay,
and
I'll admit now, I fingered Tracy's butt in the 5th grade. Like, I'll admit that. I fingered her butt in the 5th grade. But I did not force myself on her. She put her finger 3 knuckles deep into her butthole.
Okay, well, And see, that's another thing about sexual harassment charges. And I have personally seen this happen, witnessed this happen. I have watched a girl at a party throw herself at a guy, like literally beg this guy to put it on her. Guy eventually caves and says, you know what, this chick keeps coming at me. Yeah, I'm going to give it to her. They sneak off, they do the wild thing, come back. Both of them happy and are hugging and kissing on each other for the rest of the party and the rest of the event. And then, like 2 months later, I hear this chick is charging the guy with rape, saying she didn't want to have sex with him. I've seen this happen. And you know what? We all went to court and we all said, you know what? She was throwing herself at the guy. We all saw it. And she still won. Dude ended up going to fucking jail for like 2 years.
See, that's bullshit.
And we all saw this guy, we all knew that it didn't happen. Now, we weren't in the room. We weren't back there watching him do it. We weren't back there. Are you sure you're still okay with this? Do you want to stop? And that's what she said. She said, well, at first I wanted to, but then I changed my mind and he didn't stop. I'm
Okay,
like,
so,
"Did you tell him that?"
afterwards, let's talk about the afterwards part.
She changed her mind after the sex. And she said that actually, she actually got to a point in court where the defense attorneys got her to say, well, I changed my mind later and I realized I didn't want to. And they still gave him like 2 years. They didn't make him do any of the crazy shit like register as a sex offender or anything, but they still put him in jail for 2 years. Actually, no, I think he only did like 6 months and then he got probation.
Yeah, that's the issue.
But I mean, but dude, that shit happens, man. Anyway, point being is, dude, you know, look, man, I'm sorry, I don't know how you feel about the Brett Kavanaugh thing, but dude, I cannot stand by and say it's okay to destroy this guy or his reputation or his life or to prevent him from getting any job. And stop saying it's a fucking job interview. This isn't a court of law. Now, let me tell you something about job interviews. If, let's say, Tony here is applying to be the CEO of a company, right? And then I come running in the room and go, wait. You can't hire Tony as your CEO. He raped me once. They're going to go, oh, well, Tony, did you rape this guy? And if I can't prove Tony assaulted me, they're going to say, okay, I can't take your word for it, dude. I can't just assume that you're telling the truth. Even in a job interview, the laws of jurisprudence and due process apply. You have to prove your fucking statement. You still have to prove it, even if it's just a job interview. You can't keep a guy, because you know, if that was the fucking case, half the CEOs in this world wouldn't get their job because somebody, just some rival would send somebody in there to claim sexual harassment so they would never get hired.
Yep.
Believe me, I don't know if you fuckers have ever been in a corporate boardroom where we're talking, there are multimillionaires and billionaires arguing over 7-8 figure deals. I've sat in on rooms like that. And let me tell you, that is a fucking high level of competition. You think fucking NFL is some competition? Wait till there are billions of dollars on the fucking line. That's real competition. Fuck running around with a football in your hand. Dude, that's some pussy shit. These guys are dealing with life and death situations. People will die. Economies can change under these fucking deals. And
Well,
let me tell you, they have no
really,
problem. They have no problem cutting each other's throat and ruining one another. These people are
Did you read
losing.
Tracy's comment right there? Did you read that? I can attest to that, actually.
Well, you know, and look, Tracy, I've made that same argument. I've said that same thing. I'm like, every girl I know that's ever been through something like this, they recall an extraordinary amount of detail. I mean, and look, but I've had people say, well, all I remember was his face. I don't remember anything else that was going on. All I can remember was his face. Okay. But still, even if you remember a face, let me tell you something about eyewitness accounts. Read the fucking science on eyewitness accounts, how inaccurate they are. Take Wayne Williams, right? Wayne Williams was executed over his alleged crimes. But here's the thing.
He was the Atlanta child murderer.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Years later, all the eyewitness accounts, a good chunk of the eyewitness accounts were disproven. And these people swore in a court of law that Wayne Williams was the guy they saw driving a car near where the boy disappeared, X, Y, and Z. But later, when they were asked again to clarify their fucking statements, they're like, they gave a physical description completely different from what Wayne Williams looks like. And they actually knew what, and they already seen Wayne Williams get convicted, so they knew what Wayne Williams looked like. But when they were asked to give a physical description, they described someone different. They're like, "That's not."
And it also came out that it was not a white man; it was a black man.
Well, yeah, that they knew that back then, but
it was a black man that did it, not a white man.
Wayne Williams is a black guy.
Wayne Williams is a white guy.
Wait, dude, my God, Tony.
Is Wayne Williams not a white?
Wayne, hang on.
Pretty
Hang
sure
on.
Wayne Williams is a white guy.
Oh my God, Tony.
Or did it come out later that it was a white guy, not a black guy?
People are trying to
Something.
say that people say that they think it was a white guy, but back then, even back then, everyone
Well, it
agreed.
would have called racial rioting and shit. I mean, it really would.
Wayne Williams.
Okay, yeah, okay. Then it came back that it was a white guy.
Yeah, a lot.
But they couldn't say that.
Some people say that there's evidence that it was a white guy, but and if that's the case, well, then they need to bring that evidence and investigate it. Unfortunately, there was not a lot of proof. Dude, there was a lot of evidence against Wayne Williams, and that brings us back full circle. That's the problem with this Brett Kavanaugh thing. The evidence is not there for Brett Kavanaugh. There's no evidence. I know all we have is her word, and God bless her. I hate that. And look, I stand by my statement last week. You fucking sorry Democrat senator pieces of shit. You have used and weaponized this poor woman's pain. Fuck you people for the way you treated that poor woman. You could have kept this completely confidential. You could have had your FBI investigation. You could have kept that poor woman out of the spotlight. Had you sorry pieces of shit followed her wishes, but no, you timed it and you tweaked it for maximum political fucking impact, and it still didn't work. And you ruined, because dude, this chick's life is ruined too, because the people who support Kavanaugh are threatening to kill this bitch.
She can't go home because of death threats.
I mean, you fucking sorry pieces of shit, Dianne Feinstein, you fucking hunk of garbage. You ruined that poor woman's life for your own political fucking advantage. You horrible human fucking being. I hope you burn in hell, you fucking worthless cunt.
And George Soros with you too. But take that son of a bitch with you too.
Look, man, I normally don't go that hard, but man, this was and look, Kavanaugh will deal with it. He'll deal with it. It sucks that all that shit happened to him, but he'll deal with it. But that poor woman, dude, like I said, even if you think she's lying, she still doesn't deserve the kind of shit she's going through right now, because these political pieces of shit decided to use it to their advantage. They knew in fucking July. They could have gone to the other senators and insisted. They could have gone to Donald Trump and said, look, man, we're about to make you look like an asshole because you nominated a rapist. So you better fucking order an FBI investigation and clear this shit up. They could have played it politically and forced the FBI investigation behind the scenes, but no, fuck them, dude.
There were actually 7 FBI investigations into Brett Kavanaugh. 7.
No, but not over these specific charges. Not over these.
But it was over. It was a pretty much a dragnet of everything.
Well, yeah, but look, man, look. It is it's a fair statement that a lot of women are very scared to come forward with these types of allegations for fear that they're going to be ostracized and things like that. And okay, cool. I understand that, and I'm sorry that happens. But this woman asked to be kept confidential, and they could have done that. But no. Dianne Feinstein and her little fucking lackeys, they chose to manipulate this in such a way that there was no choice but to out that woman. You had once you put it out the way you put it out, the only thing they could have done was out her. There was no other way it was going to go. And even Senator Grassley was like, hey, man, look, don't say your name. We'll come to California and do the interviews. We'll send some people out to talk to you. And you know what? The fucking Democrat assholes never even told that poor lady that offer was on the table. They forced her to come to Congress. The Democrats forced her to come.
It's a dog and pony show. It really is. They fucking traipsed her out there, fucking ruined her life, and it didn't work. So now what? Do you think they have her back now? No. Not at all.
No, she's no longer of use, so they're going to toss her on the fucking garbage heap and say, well, we hope your life gets better. Sucks for you.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. All right. Do you want to wrap this up?
Yeah, man, we got to go, man. I'm worked up now.
Don't get too worked up. The whole...
I'll be all right.
Don't get too worked up. I don't want this to turn into the Tony used to talk shit to Carl show.
Anyway, we're gonna get going, guys. Don't forget to share. And hey, maybe down the road, I'll try to cut these things into smaller chunks so we could cut them down into segments so they're a little more digestible instead of a full hour and a half. But I got a lot of things to do.
No. I like it this way. I like this format. Just wide open.
Well, people short attention spans, man. You got to deal with the modern technology. Anyway, guys, I'm out. Good night. Join us next week. Maybe we'll have something even more interesting to talk about. And I don't know. Maybe I won't get off on a tangent. So, anyway, bye, y'all.
Chances are.
See ya.
I can't hold this post forever.